Hey guys, good morning, everybody. Today's Thursday, March 9th. It is 6:23 right now. Market's going to open in about 7 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and set up this room real quick, and then we'll get started shortly with our session for today. Just got a couple of things here to update, and we should be good to go. All right, a couple more things here. Looks good. All right, looks like we're good to go. Let me get this link sent out to you guys here in the premium, and then we will get started with our analysis shortly. Perfect. Link sent out. All right, guys, looks like we're good to go. There's a few more things here for me to update. All right, posting this up on our social media real quick. All right, one last thing, and we should be good to go. All right, perfect. All right, guys, morning, everybody. Today is Thursday, March 9th. It is 6:25 right now. Market's going to open in about 5 minutes. Let's see who's here in the room so far. So let me scroll up real quick. Morning, Stern. Morning, Shannon. Morning, Christian. Morning, Martha. Morning, Gak. Good morning, everybody. With everything set up, let's go ahead and take a look at the charts and start off with our morning analysis. Hey, David, how's it going? Morning. All right, so looking over here on the 1 minute, 5 minute, and 10 minute timeframes. For the shorter timeframes, looks like we have a bullish bias. The reason for that is because price is above the pivots. Pivots are angling up, and the trend meter is green. Looking over here on the longer timeframes, 30 minute, 1 hour, and 2 hour, as you guys can see, price is still bearish on the 2 hour and 1 hour. But the 30 minute here is starting to swing into a bullish swing, basically a bullish direction. There's a possible momentum scalp variation that's pending right now, or it's currently active actually on this 1 minute right here. Not in the position, of course. It's too close to market open, so it's not one that I would necessarily take, but it is currently running right there. I'll just leave that marked up for you guys. Next thing for us to look at would be news. Let me see if there was news this morning. Thursday, March 7th. There was news at 5:30 a.m. and 4:30 a.m. So I'm going to go ahead and mark that up real quick. So there's news over here at 4:30 and 5:30. So news at 4:30 or 5:30 would be right here, this big candle, obviously. And then again over here at 4:30, which would be this candle right here. All right, so we got news marked up right there. It's pretty far from where price is currently at. As you can see, we're obviously looking for a buy right here. This momentum scalp failure looks like it's about to hit full TP right there. Market's going to open about 3 minutes. So if you guys are not in the position, I don't recommend entering it right now, because on market open, price can spike up or it can spike down. It's a very risky trade to be hopping into at the very last minute. We also have this one right here, which is a momentum scalp variation. Looks like that's going to push up even further to complete its move there. There's also a double body rejection right here. So this confirms a reversal pattern to the upside. So I'm pretty sure these are both going to hit TP. So right there, the momentum scalp failure, it's on its way to full TP. Market's going to open in about 2 minutes. Full TP on the momentum scalp failure. If you guys took it, great. If not, it's fine. There's another momentum scalp variation that's currently running right now. This is a momentum scalp and momentum scalp variation. So the first trade right here hit full TP already. Next trade's currently pending on its way to full TP, but it's close to market open, so it's risky entry to take because price can really spike in either direction. And Van Hartwig, morning. Morning, guys. Morning, AR. Morning, T. Morning, Barack. Morning, guys. All right, market is opening in about 2 minutes, guys. We have currently a momentum scalp and momentum scalp variation on this one candle right here running in profit. Looks like it's about to hit full TP. It's too early to, it's too close to market open. So obviously I didn't take the trade there. I would have taken it if we weren't so close to market open. It's just too risky to hold right now, especially with the market opening in about 50 seconds. Here's a clean chart. I'm going to go ahead and mark up opening price. So we're just going to mark that up right there and then mark up the end of the session. All right, guys, market is opening in about 30 seconds. We'll see where price goes. Full TP right here on the momentum scalp and momentum scalp variation. So if you took any of the 2 or 3 trades that came up right here, they all hit full TP. Momentum scalp failure right there for a full TP. Momentum scalp and momentum scalp variation, another full TP right there. I would have taken the trades, but it was too close to market open. Wasn't willing to take that risk. I did take a pre-market trade earlier over here, though, for a momentum scalp variation, and that right there played out perfect. So I took that one right there pre-market and I hit my TP. I'll take a screenshot of my profits real quick and I'll show you guys what I locked in. That's pretty much the only trade I took. There was some slippage, I guess, or I don't know, maybe the trade just executed late, but it only gave me partial profit, which is completely fine. So it gave me 830. And then my FTMOs, or sorry, my MFFs. Let me see if they're the same. Yeah, they're all the same. I'm just going to screenshot one. All right, guys. So market is now open. Just going to post up my pre-market trades over here. It's just one trade, actually. It's not trades, just one trade. You know, I was kind of thinking about just split up my FTMO accounts back into 200K accounts because I just feel more comfortable with the 200K account. So I don't know. I'm still debating on it because I'm kind of giving away profits on one account when I should be making an extra profit on another 200K account, but we'll see. I got to think about it because then if I separate it, I got to wait for them to separate it. It just takes time, but we'll see. All right, guys. So market is now officially open. Let me go ahead and mark up opening price right here. There is opening price right there. Price is pushing up pretty heavy right now. All right, so there goes opening price right there. If you look over here on the 6 time frames, obviously price is very bullish across the board. So we're obviously looking for buys here. Going back to the shorter time frames over here, as you guys can see, price is currently pushing up pretty nicely, but it looks like it's due for some retracement at some point. So let's see. Hey, David, how's it going? Welcome back. All right, so all right, guys, so market is still pushing to the upside. We're pretty much waiting for something here, for like some sort of catalyst pushing price, you know, one direction or the other, but there is no clear direction at the moment. I mean, there's a clear direction, but we don't know if price is going to keep pushing up or if price is going to retrace down. A couple things to look out for would be some double body rejections or double wicks, any V1, V2, V3 variations to identify if price is going to swing back down. and then swing back up. So like basically what I'm looking for here is I'm looking for the retracement. I'm looking for price to come back down and then provide a double body like it did right here, right? This is the confidence that I got earlier from that momentum scalp and momentum scalp variation, why I thought price was going to push up higher. I saw the V1 variation right here, and then price pretty much shot right through to TP. So just another confluence there to look at. I don't necessarily apply the V1 variation by itself, but I do look at it for a possible confluence for, possible entry. But looking over here, so back to the 6 time frames, everything's obviously bullish, right? So we're most likely looking for buys today. We just got to wait for that retracement or continuation to the upside. It's currently at the sessions right now. So with price being at sessions right here, a lot can happen. Let's take a look at the bigger picture right now. So let me see the news calendar real quick to see if I'm missing anything else. All right, we got Fed bar speaking at 7 o'clock. And then we have more news coming up over here at 7:30, natural gas storage. $7:30 right there. And then news at 8:30, but that's not going to be relevant to us. All right, guys. So what we're looking for here is we're looking for a red sell signal. The red sell signal is going to initiate basically entry for momentum scalp failure. And then from there, we can possibly start looking for any other entries after that. Momentum scalp failure, momentum scalp variation, and obviously momentum scalp. All right, so we'll keep an eye out on these 3 time frames here. We don't really need to focus on the higher time frames because the lower time frames pretty much are going to follow in the direction of the higher time frames. We already have a bullish bias, so there's no need for us to really go back and forth. I mean, we can go back and forth to confirm things, but for the most part, it looks like it's just going to be these shorter time frames over here, because we already have a bullish bias. So like it's bullish over here on the 10, 30, and 1 hour. Not really necessary for us to go back and forth right now. All right, so we'll see where this ends up going. Here is the clean chart. As you guys can see, the pattern that I'm looking for here is I'm looking for price to push up, retrace, and continue up higher. So price pushing up right here, retracement, and continuation to the high point. It's basically what I'm waiting for here, if we can get it. Let's see. Barack over here mentioned, so Barack said he was in a pre-market trade. He's hoping for a bearish breakout. So you must have hit your stop loss then, Barack. I'm curious why we're looking for a sell, because everything here was pretty much bullish. I mean, your analysis is fine. I mean, everyone has their own analysis. I'm just curious, like, why you're looking for a sell, because everything here looked like a buy since like, pretty much since yesterday. Price has been bullish since yesterday. So I personally wouldn't really be looking for a sell here, but I'm just curious, like, if your analysis, because it's good to have opposite analysis, because maybe it could help with our own analysis if there was something that you saw here. I mean, I could see that price was bearish, last night. So I'm assuming you're probably holding on to it like from last night, and then you just never got rid of it. But yeah, I mean, everything from this morning, at least from, let's see, actually since like yesterday, it's been pretty bullish. So yesterday in Asia session, it was going sideways for a bit, but then it swung back up higher. Let's see, Michael said the breakout hit. Yeah, Patrick said breakout 2.0 hit too. So let me check that real quick. So for the breakout 2.0, if you guys are familiar with how that strategy works, you're looking for, bias over here on open. Obviously, price was bullish across the board here. So if you guys took the opening candle over here at 630, you would just hop into the buy, right? And just hold on to it for the breakout 2.0. So this right here looks like it did push up and hit TP. Yeah, spiked up right there, went straight to full TP. So if you guys took that, great. If not, still a lot of opportunity here. And then looks like the regular breakout 1.0, the original one, hit TP as well. So looking at this right here, market opened at 630. We had a strong bullish candle right here. The only problem with this here is that it's at the session. So that's why I personally wouldn't have taken it, but it's going to be hard for you to avoid a trade just because it's at the sessions, because it's almost always going to be at the sessions on open when there's that bullish push. So yeah, all right. So anyways, back over here to the charts. Here's the sell signal that we were looking for, guys. Volume over here on the bottom is slightly below average. So sell signal didn't close. That's not going to be an entry there, of course. So if this here closes with a buy signal, or not a buy signal, a sell signal with a green candle, this would technically be a momentum scalp failure. This would be in line with a momentum scalp variation if it's a green candle. So this is one that I might even take myself, but looks like the candle here is kind of iffy. If we ever get a candle here that's iffy and it's not pretty clear that it's going to close in the direction that we're looking for, then I'm definitely not going to take it. Like, for example, right here, if it keeps bouncing up and down like this within the last 10 seconds, we're in the last 10 seconds right now. Obviously not one that I would want to take. Okay, so the sell signal right there didn't close. Sell signal didn't close, but this is a V1 variation right here. So you guys can see the double body right there. This is an indication that price is likely to continue up higher. The only problem here is that we don't have the sell signal that we were looking for, so we didn't get that momentum scalp failure that we anticipated. Gotcha. Yeah. So Barack said he wanted a quick hit, but it dragged towards market open. Dead wrong on my pre-market analysis on M3. Yeah, it's all good, Barack. I was just curious why you looked for a sell there, but hopefully you didn't lose too much on that trade. Yeah, I mean, if you're counter trend trading, it's fine because that's what counter trend trading is. You're supposed to go against the trend. And I thought that was what your analysis was. It probably was a counter trend analysis. For me personally, I feel like counter trend trading is super risky because if the trend up is super strong, odds of it coming down are not very likely. So it's all good. You live and you learn. So hopefully you just didn't lose that much on that, Brock. But I personally wouldn't have been looking for a sell because of the overall bias. Yeah, Maddie said that the 5 and 10 minute need to retrace, too overextended, and also possible V1. So, okay, so looking at this right here, guys, there's now a V1 on the opposite side. So like what Johnny just mentioned right here, he said he sees a double body candle. There's a double body down here, which indicated a reversal to the upside. And there's another double body candle right here, which is a reversal to the downside. So whenever you see something like this, guys, if you see a high like this, Johnny, where it says, well, it doesn't have to say high or low, but basically if you see anything where it says like HH, like these little tabs right here, if you look at these tabs right here and you see that there's a double body on the same level, that's a reversal pattern, right? So you see this right here, double body on the lower high, price is now coming down super heavy. That's a reversal pattern. Also over here on the 10, we have the same thing, right? There's a higher high tab right there. And you can see that there's a double body candle. This is a reversal pattern. So with that said, if this here closes like that within the next 7 minutes, I think price is going to start to retrace down a bit. That's my assumption. So just something to look out for there. This is an actual strategy. So this is an actual strategy, but I'm not applying the strategy by itself. I'm just using it as a confluence. So if you guys are new here, or if you guys are newer, because this is a strategy we used to use for the past 2 years. We used to just apply this by itself, but then we figured, okay, we need to use a different confluence. For this strategy right here, if you guys want to learn it, just pull up the course. And if you guys are new here and you guys want access to these indicators and these strategies, just pull up our website, go to kodikaitrades.com. Again, that's kodikaitrades.com. Click on unlock your free access right here. And if you guys want to see that strategy, I can pull it up for you guys right now. There's no entries for us to take right now, so there's nothing that we're missing. But if you guys do want to learn that specific strategy, whether you want to learn the strategy by itself or you want to learn it as a confluence, you just go over here. This is the course. Once you guys sign up to the free intro course right here, you're going to get access to this course. And once you get access to this course over here, you just scroll down. It's one of the older modules. So you scroll down to scalp strategies. Scroll down right here to the KT Trade scalp strategies. And then down here, you'll see the high-low scalp strategy. This is the one that we were talking about yesterday. It's another confluence that you can use. Triple confluence, very good strategy. I don't think we've ever lost with this strategy before, maybe once or twice, but for a whole year, we didn't lose any trades with this strategy. And then this is the V1, V2, and V3 variations that we're looking at. So it's completely free, guys. If you guys want to go and learn that, just go and pull up the YouTube channel and then watch the videos from right here. And then if you guys want access to the indicators, of course, you'd have to upgrade, but if you just want to learn the strategies, it's available to you guys. So, all right, anyways, back to the charts over here, guys. There's nothing for us to take right now. We do have the double body right here on the top. So this is still indicating that price may continue down. However, this has to close. This candle still has 5 minutes left on it. So it's got a lot of time. Dijon's asking if Powell is speaking again today. So he's not speaking today. Fed Bar is speaking today. Looking over here on the calendar. Yeah, FOMC member Bar is speaking at 7 o'clock. So let's see where this ends up going right here. But here are my profits across my account so far this morning. I have 830 on my FTMO account, 770 on my MFF number 1, 770 on my MFF number 2, and 770 on my MFF number 3. So profit across the board, about 3,000 for the day. Not great, not horrible, just good. Let's see. Hey, Jacob, how's it going? And I haven't seen you in a while. Must have been busy with your baby, right? That's what I assumed in your move. So see, Jacob said, yo, Sean, see you next week. Finally able to join your room. Got my main business on autopilot now, so I can direct my attention elsewhere. Awesome, Jacob. So we'll see you back here next week, or the next couple of days if you're going to be around. But yeah, no, good to see you here. I know once you guys have I feel like a lot of people in the group have had kids recently. I know it takes time away from trading, but it's good to see you guys back here. All right, so we're still looking at something here for whatever is going to play out. We still have this double body V1 variation on the 10-minute. If this here closes in the next 4 minutes, this might be, as I mentioned, pattern to the downside. So right here, guys, there was a momentum scalp failure. It's currently still running. I just missed this trade right here. Or I wouldn't have taken this anyways. So there's a momentum scalp variation right here, but it was touching the session, so I probably wouldn't have taken it. And then we have a possible momentum scalp that's running right here. Not one that I would personally take. I'm probably going to sit off on this one right here for now because price is still coming down. So as you can see, that price is starting to swing down in a downtrend. Price is kind of iffy at the moment. The thing that I'd be looking for here and be waiting for would be the fact that we have this double body here that's still pending. I kind of want to see this one here close so that I can confirm whether price is going to continue dropping or whether it's going to push up further. There was a momentum scalp failure that came up right here, but it was touching the session. So I don't think it's one that I personally would have taken, just being safe here. I think it already hit TP though. So yeah, it just hit TP on that last candle. But you guys can see here on the 1 minute how price is a little bit jumpy. It's not necessarily going pretty smooth to the upside. It's kind of just going back and forth. So I'm still just looking over here at this buy signal, but I'm still not convinced that price is likely to hold, because you can see here how this candle pushes up and then at the last couple seconds, it'll just come down. You see how price is moving kind of blocky? It's not a smooth movement. Price comes up, comes down after a couple seconds, and then it comes right back up and then it spikes right back down. not exactly the best area to be taking some trades. So right here, yeah, the problem with this too is that I'd have to use a 25.50. It's too big of a move. I don't really want to take a big move right now. And you can see here that the candle still disappears, right? I mean, the buy signal. So it's not exactly the smoothest entry for a buy here. You'd have to use a 25.50 because the movement here is just too big. Okay, so the candle there didn't close. There's another possible opportunity here, but again, it's going to be a 25.50. Looking back over here on the 10-minute, guys, as you guys can see, there's no longer a double body. So that reversal pattern that we were looking at is no longer valid. Looks like price might be closing above it, but this candle here still has about a minute left on it. So it still has some time. All right, so we have a momentum scalp entry that's currently pending right here. I think a 1030 would be too tight. What I might do is I might look to take this for a partial. So I'll probably go for a 25, or maybe let's go for 100 pips. All right, we have the momentum scalp that's currently pending right here. Never mind. See, as you guys can see, okay, I'm going to hold off on this, guys. I was tempted to enter the trade here for momentum scalp, but you guys can see how it just disappears at the last second, right? This isn't really a good time to enter trades because the market's super volatile at the moment. If you guys want to take it, feel free to take it, but I'm just going to give you guys a heads up that this is so jerky right now with how price is moving. If you use a small stop loss, you might get stopped out because price might close and then price might come down super heavy to stop you out before pushing up and hitting your TP. So I just want to give you guys a heads up there. I'm not going to take it. I was tempted to take it, but now that I've been looking at it, you can see that at the last second, you start to get a huge wick on top, which is not a good sign because that just indicates that there's like a lot of uncertainty right now as to where price is going. It looks like they might be luring in some buyers right here before they drop price right back down. So I'm not going to take it, guys. I'm going to hold off. I think it's a little too risky right now. I think we have news also coming up shortly. So the next news event is at 7 o'clock. Fed bar is going to speak. Seems like a lot of people are probably waiting for that to play out. Still no buy signal there. So same entry you've been waiting for the past couple minutes now is still just lingering. So I'm just going to sit on my hands right now, guys. I don't want to FOMO into a trade or take something that I shouldn't because I already can see that at this last second. This candle right here might just disappear again. So like just watch this right here. Yeah, it has the buy signal that keeps coming up. And then at the last like 10 to 5 seconds, it just comes down super heavy and it just disappears. Let's see. Oh yeah, no, definitely Jacob. Yeah, Jacob said his baby has been taking a lot of his time in his business. Yeah, no, definitely. Thanks, Jacob. Brock said he feels like revenge trading will only take official entries for the rest of the session. Yeah, you want to be careful, Brock, because revenge trading and over trading is your problem, right? You'll be doing good for like a couple of days or a couple of weeks or even a couple of months, and then you revenge trade one day and you blow your entire account. So, I mean, you know your problem. So, and that's one thing with a lot of you guys. You guys have to understand what your problem is. What's your weakness with trading, right? Is it over trading, revenge trading? If that's the case, then either stick to the official trades or just close your MT4 and don't trade for the day. Because it just takes one day. It takes like literally one day to blow everyone, like to blow someone's account. You could be doing good for days, weeks, and months, and then you have one day where your emotions get involved and you just blow your entire account. So yeah, Frederick, I agree with Frederick 100%. So Frederick said, my advice, Brock, just stay out of the market. Go out and take a walk, a smoke, or whatever you love. Come back tomorrow because the FOMO is real. Yeah, I agree with you 100%, Frederick. Like Brock's been doing pretty good for the past couple of days. He's been documenting his trades, been pretty consistent. Today might be the day that you blow your account, Brock. So, you know, just FYI, you know, if you feel FOMO, if you feel like you can't control your emotions, then I would probably just not trade today. I think that's the big problem with a lot of people that they just can't step away. Like for example, for me, I was getting FOMO right here because I wanted to take that buy, but the buy signal never came up. Luckily, I didn't enter the trade early and I waited. The trade never came, right? So now I'm just kind of sitting tight and waiting. So just keep that in mind, guys. I've seen a lot of people, it's crazy. I've seen a lot of people do challenges. They get away to like passing their challenge and they're like $20 away from getting funded. And then they have that one day where they get FOMO or they revenge trade and they blow their account. They're just like, they're self-sabotaging. I'm sure it's happened to a lot of you guys too. So again, right here, guys, looking over here at the 1 minute, you have a double body rejection right here. So this is a reversal pattern. I'm not looking to take any trades right now because this right here is indicating that price is going to come down. If I see a double body from the bottom over here off a high low, then that's going to be a reversal pattern to the other side. So that's going to be a correction back up, right? Until we get something like that, I'm not looking to take anything right now. This right here is indicating that price needs to come down. We have a reversal pattern right there. Whenever you guys see a high, again, if you guys see a high and it's a double body, or you see a low and it's a double body, that's a reversal pattern in the opposite direction. So we're basically calling the top right here. For now, this is the 1 minute time frame. So it's not necessarily the top, but it's a top for the 1 minute time frame right now. Price has to come down a little bit for retracement. Yeah, exactly. Perfect, Johnny. Yeah, Johnny mentioned double body coming down trend. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Brock said, I guess I'll take a walk. If I take one wrong entry, I'll be in drawdown. Yeah, because you already made a mistake earlier today, Brock. You got to keep in mind you've already made your mistake for the day. You should owe yourself just one mistake a day. Like for myself, if I ever lose a trade, I'm done for the day, right? Because I don't like losing twice. And I know that if I lose a second time, it's typically going to be because of revenge trading or FOMO. So Brock, you already had your loss for the day. It's either take a walk or close your MT4. You're free to watch the charts, but just close your MT4. I mean, delete the app if you have to, because closing it doesn't always help. It's crazy. I've seen people close it and delete the app only to reinstall it and blow their account that same day. So just you know, the FOMO and the revenge trading is real. Like, I know it's funny that we're talking about it, but it's real. Like I've seen it happen to a lot of people. Sometimes you just got to get away from the computer and do something else. Because even if you turn off the app or you close the app or even delete it, it's still easy. Like you can still reinstall MT4 within like a few minutes and then end up blowing your account. So let's see. Dejan over here said 100% correct, Sean. LOL, last time I got close to passing my 100K. Low was last summer. I was up about 7.3% and it ended up failing it completely. Yeah, no, I agree. It's crazy, Dejan, how stuff like that happens. Yeah, Dejan said, yeah, Brock, FOMO caught me slipping yesterday. Let me send it. Probably staying out of the market until next week. We got some profits over here from Martha. Let's see, Martha, what you do for today. Martha locked in 370 off the first trade, 670 off the second one. Up well over 1,000 for the day. Nice work, Martha. So great consistency right there. I know, Martha, you've been getting better over time. You've been with us for not too long, maybe like a month or a couple months, but I've seen your consistency and your profitability go up. So keep it up. I mean, it's really just a rinse and repeat of the process. Yeah, it looks like Martha took the failure and variation that came up, but she exited early due to choppiness. Smart move. If you ever feel like the risk happening in the market, guys, or if you feel risky, just pull out of the position. I mean, it's better to pull out for like partial profit than to eat a entire loss. All right, we got a V1 over here on the 1 minute, but price is still dropping heavy. Let me go over here on the higher time frames real quick. Looks like there's a V1 right here on the 30, but this happened at 5:30. I'm looking for something that happened recently. I mean, this is just going to confirm that price is likely to be bullish. Yeah, Natasha said she's watching the 1 hour right now, looking for a bullish confirmation. Smart move, Martha. Yeah, if price closes, or not Martha, sorry, Natasha. If price closes above here, Natasha, or we already have the confirmation right here, actually. So if you look over here on the 1 hour, Natasha, this happened on the last candle, actually, but this was at 5 o'clock. This candle will be an even better confirmation. So the confirmation that I have here for a bullish confirmation is that we have a high-low scalp, or not a high-low, but just a high-low break and close. So we have another one right here, right, Natasha? This one happened at 5 o'clock, so this was pre-market. Again, if you guys want to learn this strategy right here, all the strategies are on the course. So if you guys are new here, or if you guys are somewhat new and you guys don't have access to my strategies, all my strategies are completely free. You can learn my strategies. It's just, if you want the indicators, you got to upgrade. But if you go over here to the website, kodikaitrades.com, click on unlock your free access. If you want to learn that strategy that I just discussed right here, this high-low scalp, you would go over here to the course. And again, this is completely free. You go over here to the scalp strategies. It's going to be the high-low scalp strategy right here. You click on that there, and then you click on this and it'll take you to the video. So this is the confirmation that you're looking for right here, Natasha. It has about 1:56 left on it. If this candle closes above this line, then it's probably going to keep pushing up higher from where it's currently at. That's a continuation strategy. So the V1 variations are reversal strategies. The high-low scalps are continuation strategies. So you put 2 and 2 together, you identify reversal, and then you identify continuation. Price is likely to keep pushing up higher from that point, right? It gives you better confidence and you have better understanding as to where price is likely to go. So right now, we currently don't have a reversal pattern right here on the one. We have a reversal pattern to the bottom. You saw that double body right there off that high. That's why price pushed down from here, right? Everything that I do and every way that I trade is logical. Like I don't have any, there's no guesswork here. It's like, okay, you see a pattern here, price comes down. I'm looking for this pattern to come up again down here. Once I see that pattern down here, where do you think price is going to go? It's going to go right back up, right? So if you guys want to apply this strategy by itself, you guys can. It's a standalone strategy. But for me personally, I'm only focusing on the 3 main strategies here. So I'm looking at these strategies right here: momentum scalp failure, momentum scalp variation, and momentum scalp. But I'm using the V1 variation as a confluence because I want to see a reversal to the upside. In order for me to see a reversal, I need to see that double body off a high-low. Once I get that, then great. Any other entry that comes up above that are more likely than not. So I'm looking for quality entries here. I mean, like if you look at my strategies, so if you go back to my course over here, guys, I have like, let's see, I have, okay, just looking at these right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's our rejection, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. I have like 30 strategies here that you guys can learn. They all work perfectly fine. But I'm looking for quality entry. So I have about like over 30 strategies that you guys can learn within my website. But I'm only focusing on these 3 right here. So I use the other strategies as confluences. They all work perfectly fine. But what I recommend for you guys to do is like when you guys get to the course, focus on like 1 or 2 strategies, just master those, and then use the other strategies as confluence. These right here are very easy strategies, and these are all continuation. So what I'm looking for here is I'm looking for a reversal. So I'm looking for price to provide a reversal from the bottom. And then these entries that come up after are going to be a continuation. So we'll see the reversal down here. And then when it pushes back up, that's where I'm going to be taking my entries because it's going to be easy for me to just trade in the direction of the trend. So everything here is available for you guys to learn. If you guys want to learn any of these strategies, you learn completely free on the website. Just go on the website, kodikaitrades.com, unlock free access, and you'll learn everything there. I mean, because it's crazy to like, because there's people in the group who like have access to the strategies, but they still don't understand the strategies because they're not actually watching the videos. My advice is to go into the strategies, guys, watch the videos because each video has their own requirements, and then write down the requirements and then just put them somewhere. And then from these live sessions, this is like continued learning. So first you learn the requirements from the strategy videos. And then on these live sessions, this is where you guys learn the actual application. So just keep that in mind, guys. You guys can't learn the strategy unless you guys know the requirements. Each strategy has different requirements. So just make sure that, if you guys are trying to learn this, make sure that you actually know the requirements before applying it. Because like one of the easiest strategies here is like the high-low scalp. And I saw like so many people misidentify high-low scalps like this entire week. And it's a super simple strategy. You're just looking for, so for example, if you guys, and I'm going to explain the strategy real quick, like I'm just going to dummy it down so that you guys can see it. So basically the high-low scalp is you're looking for these high lows. You're looking for a high low, you're looking for a buy signal, you're looking for price to break and close past the structure, right? So we have a high right here, you have a buy signal right here, price broken close past structure right here. Like you guys can see how easy that strategy is. You take the buy right there, full TP, right? It's not a hard strategy, but for some reason, like a lot of people are still getting confused with it. Just keep in mind that, and that's why you guys should focus on just one or two strategies. Because if you guys are trying to learn all 30 strategies at once, you're definitely going to get confused. So just keep that in mind. All right, so we're still looking for some sort of confirmation here, guys. There's no reversal pattern here on the 1. Let's go over here to the 5 and 10. There's nothing here as well. Price is kind of just going back and forth, right? So until we get some sort of confirmation that price is going to go one direction or the other, then I'm not really looking to take anything at the moment. You know, it's better to be safe than sorry, especially on a day like this where price is kind of going back and forth. There's a momentum scalp that's currently pending right here. However, it's right at the session, so I'm not going to take that trade. If we had some sort of better confluence here, then I might have taken it. So like say, for example, I got a V1 variation over here, and then I got the buy signal, then I would have taken this here for a momentum scalp. I would have just disregarded the red flag because this would have indicated that price was likely to push up higher from where it's currently at. Looking over here, there's a possible sell signal that's pending on the 5-minute. So another risky criteria right there. Here's the momentum scalp that's currently running. I'll just mark it out for you guys. I'm not in this position here because obviously there was a red flag. So I didn't take this trade here, but the trade is currently running. So I'll just leave that there marked up. I'm going to look at the other time frames over here. 1 hour is rejecting off the pivot right there. So there's another confluence there, but push to the upside. However, looking over here on the 2 hour, you can see that price is rejecting off the pivot on the top side. So as you guys can see, these hints here will kind of like, it gives you a storyline as to what to look for, right? If the trade is risky or not. So looking on the higher time frames over here, it does look a bit risky because price is rejecting off the 1 hour here, but the candle still hasn't closed. So this candle just opened. It has about 55 minutes left on it. Until the candle closes, there's no confirmation of that actually closing out. Looking over here on the 2 hour, this candle did close with a wick rejection on the top side. So if we have wick rejection on the top side, this identifies price as bouncing off and likely to come down. So a bit of a mixed analysis here across the different time frames. However, we do have a candle that's rejecting off the pivot here on the 1. We have a candle that's also rejecting off the pivot over here on the 5. And we have one that's pending here on the 10. This one hasn't closed yet. So there's only one confluence here indicating a push to the upside, but there's no confirmation of that yet. So I would need more confirmations to really take that leap to take either a buy or a sell. I just don't have anything right now. Yeah, so this one here is still running, but it keeps coming down and tests the session. It's not necessarily the best move that we're looking for right here. So here goes a retracement. Price pushed up, retraced, came up, faked out, came back down, and now it's back at opening price. So opening price right here. The Fed just started speaking at 7 o'clock, so I don't know if he's saying anything that's really affecting the market heavily. Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell right now whether there's something going on that's kind of, screwing up price, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. All right, so it looks like okay, if you guys took the momentum scalp right there, it just blasted through the TP. I didn't take the trade, so obviously it's not going to count, but if you guys took it, great work. I'm going to hold off right now. Still waiting for some sort of confluence or confirmation here. All right, some profits over here from Kenny. So let's see, Kenny posted his earlier profits, 760 for the day. Nice work, Kenny, in the direction of the trend. Great work following that trend push to the upside. Looks like Kenny took the breakout this morning, full TP on that one. And then Kenny took another trade right here just recently, total profit of 930 for the day. Great work, Kenny. solid consistency right there. We have Christian over here, total profit of 1,241. Christian took some buys earlier this morning. Not sure what time he took these trades, but it looks like 6:47. So he took that trade about 10 or 20 minutes ago. His price pushed up. Looks like he might have taken the momentum scalp failure. He took another trade right here. Total profit of 1,241. Great work, Christian. Yeah, Christian said he entered. Let me just delete this real quick. Christian said he entered the last momentum scalp, but pulled early because it was sketchy. Yeah, smart move, Christian. And then we have Shannon over here. She said slow and steady, went through some of the course last night, felt more confident today, finally in the positive, and we'll bring your account back to positive. Yeah. So Shannon over here, current profit of 50 for the day. Nice work. Yeah, so it doesn't matter, how big or how small your profits are, guys. Profit's profit. As long as you guys are profiting and you guys are consistent, I think that's the main thing. Majority of people are not consistent at all. I mean, majority of people are not even profitable, and the people who are profitable, majority of them are not consistent. They'll be profitable for one day, then they'll have a red day, and then they'll just go back and forth, just a back and forth cycle where they don't really end up in profit at the end of the week or the end of the month. So I just got to keep up the consistency there. Some more profit here from Kenny. Kenny's now up 1,090 for the day. Great work, Kenny. Nice little scalps right there. All right, we got Eunice over here. Eunice is currently up 40.03 for the day. Nice work, Eunice. So Eunice over here took the momentum scalp right there. He locked in his TP. Yeah, nice recovery right there. So Eunice over here took an accidental loss. He doesn't know what happened. He said that he accidentally entered a sell on his MacBook, but then he made it right back on this next trade. So nice recovery right there, Eunice. Okay, gotcha. You took a buy stop. Gotcha. Zach over here said, all right, so Zach's profits for the day, he's up 3,027 for the day. Nice work, Zach. Great profits right there. He said he did, that's 30 minutes for the day, got out with 500 profit, took 2 more today, total profit of 3,000. Nice work, Zach. We got Vincent over here. Vincent took this, the buy earlier. He took the momentum scalp that happened a little while ago, total profit of 72.32 for the day. Nice work, Vincent. Here's Dejan. So Dejan said, let Barack know FOMO isn't worth it. LOL, this is my trades from yesterday. First loss since March 1st. Yeah, so Dejan over here had a straight winning streak for the past 9 days. And then he just had 1 loss yesterday because he had FOMO. It happens. Hey, Tariq, how's it going? Nice. Yeah, so Tariq just passed his FTO, just got funded. So great work right there, Tariq. Tariq said, K2 family, thanks for learning a lot from you and US30 and patience from YouTube and Zoom before. Nice, bro. Congrats, guys. Yeah, so congrats to Tariq over here. Tariq's been part of the group for, I think, a couple of years now, right? He finally got funded. So amazing work right there. Another member here in K2 getting funded just from sitting in on our YouTube and Zooms, taking our US30 trades. Another funded account. Nice work, Tariq. All right, back to the charts, guys. I just want to make sure we're not missing anything. Looking over here, there's no reversal patterns that have came up yet. So I'm not really looking to take any buys at the moment specifically. Let me see if this here. Okay, so we actually do have a double body right here on the 1 minute. It's not a very clean one, but it is a double body nonetheless. So we do have the reversal pattern right here to the upside. It looks like price is still dropping. So no reversal pattern there. Actually, price kind of pushed down a little further. And it's still dropping right now where it's currently at. So looking at this low over here, we're going to see if this low will provide a double body from this lower end. If it does that, then we could possibly start looking for entries. But right now, we're just looking for that correction to the upside. In order for us to have a correction, we need to have a reversal though first, right? So once we have a double body or double wick here, or even if we have a V2. So if I see a V2, I'll explain the V2, but that doesn't come up too often. So we have a V1 that's possibly pending right here. If this here closes and we get a green candle next to it, okay, so we obviously didn't get that there. So when price is still dropping, so it just creates a new low. So we'll just keep following these candles here. These lows, once the low's done pushing, we'll see if the reversal starts to play out, but we don't have that yet. So let's keep going down the profits for so far for the day. Kenny's profits right there. We have Barack. Yeah, so this is the loss that Barack took this morning. He took his sell earlier, pre-market, which was his mistake, unfortunately, because he took the sell there, but price was very bullish, so there shouldn't be any sells taken. But it happens, sometimes he was counter trend trading and he just got caught on the wrong side. So it's all good, Brock. He'll bounce back from that. We have Maddie over here. Maddie's currently up 325 for the day. All wins, no losses. Nice work, Maddie. He's just waiting for a solid entry. He took 2 small entries there and now waiting for it to come back up. We have David over here, said working on his challenge slowly. Yeah, slowly but steadily. Total profit of about 30 or 40 bucks for the day. Nice work, David. Yeah, solid profits there. Scroll down further, we have C-Soup, total profit of 1,550, all wins. Nice work, C-Soup. And then C-Soup again over here on his other account, 1,150. These are different accounts, right? Yeah, this is 1,500 and this is 1,100. So C-Soup's other account over here, total profit of 1,150. And C-Soup again over here, total profit of 3,600 for the day, all wins. So the crazy thing with C-Soup is that he individually trades his accounts. Like he doesn't use a copier like I do. So you'll see C-Soup post up like 3 or 4 different accounts, but he's trading them individually, which I think is a smart move if you're fast enough to switch between accounts. I can't do that. I'm not fast enough for that. So I just use a copier. But yeah, C-Soup does trade multiple accounts manually. Yeah, C6 said the course is why I'm able to do what I do. Yes, I traded well before, but that allowed him to understand why the course has taught him so much in value. Yeah, no, definitely, guys. I mean, I made the course free for a reason, guys. But the crazy thing with courses, well, like with anything in general, if you provide something that's free, majority of people will not even use it. But if you make them pay for it, they'll take it seriously. And that's like, it's crazy because like I provided the so like for last month, I provided a free mentorship, right? But there was like a lot of people who didn't even read the email. Like, I like put so much time into this email that was super detailed. And then there was a bunch of people that like messaged me and they were like asking like, when could they start the mentorship? And I'm like, bro, the mentorship started like 2 months ago and they didn't even bother looking at the email. So it's crazy. If you provide something that's free, people will not take any value in it. But if you make them pay for it, they'll actually value it, which I mean, kind of blows my mind. So I try to do my best to provide free education or free access to people, but for whatever reason, people don't like free education or free anything. I feel like everybody thinks that there's a catch to it, but the course has been free for like years now. And for whatever reason, people would rather pay for like some scam course on YouTube or something, or on Instagram. But I mean, it is what it is. I'm not really looking to share my strategies with like random people anymore anyways, since we're moving towards a prop firm stage of our trading journey. I just want people who actually want to learn these strategies be within the group. So as you guys can see, I don't openly advertise my trading strategies or my trading indicators anymore. You guys probably don't see my ads anymore on like Facebook or Instagram and stuff like that, because I'm not really looking to open it up to the public. I mean, it's available, but it's not going to be openly available. Like, I'm not going to be openly telling people like, hey, this is where you get access to everything. So we got a possible V1 variation right here, guys, on the 5 minute. This candle has about 3 minutes left on it. So when this candle right here closes, this will likely confirm our push to the upside. There's 2 variations right here. There's a V1 variation right here. This is a double wick rejection. You guys typically don't see this very often. There's so for the double wick rejection, you guys can see that the wicks are on the same level. And then this right here on the 5, this here's a double body. So in the next 3 minutes, when this right here closes, this is going to indicate that price is likely to correct back up. The reason why I'm looking for a correction is because it's been pretty much bullish all morning. So that's where I'm going to be looking for this to push the upside. Let me scroll up real quick. Jacob's asking, what service do you use to copy, Sean? I use Social Trader Tools. That's the website I use to copy my trades. Jacob said, Sean, you're not going anywhere, right? This room will be running forever. Yeah, I mean, basically. So the thing with trading, guys, is that I actually enjoy trading. So I'll always be trading. It doesn't matter, like whatever happens, I'll still be trading. And I'll probably still be here on the YouTube. The YouTube's helped me become a better trader because I have like a lot of eyes on me now. So I can't really mess up with my analysis. I have to actually look at things and actually think things out, because it's different when you're trading by yourself versus trading with a big group of people. So yeah, I'm probably never going to stop trading. I mean, my main focus might be on the prop firm, so I'll be focused on like training people within the group. But if you guys are still here, I'm still going to trade every morning, because this is like what wakes me up every morning. The feel of making way more money than I did as working as an attorney within like an hour. I mean, it's crazy. If you guys think about like the possibilities of trading, I just trade every morning from like 6:30 to 8, and I make like maybe like 10, 20 times more than I did as an attorney. And I only work like an hour a day versus working like 80-hour weeks. It's crazy. There's like no comparison. All right, guys. So looking at this right here on the 5-minute, this double body never closed. We still have about a minute left on it. So, I mean, there's still time for it to swing back up, but there's nothing confirming it yet. So this candle here has about a minute and 10 seconds. The 1 minute over here no longer has the reversal pattern. So we'd have to wait for something here to confirm until it swings back. Yeah, Dijon said only if the 10-minute doesn't close with the sell momentum. Yeah, if this here closes with the sell momentum, then we're kind of screwed, because this is going to take a long time for us to get another buy signal here. So if this becomes a case where we get a sell momentum here, then we might have to shift our bias to a sell, because I don't think we're going to get another buy signal for like the next hour or so. You guys can see here from these buy and sell signals on the 10, they don't come up very often. So when they come up, typically it takes like maybe an hour or so before they swing back the other way. So I'm really hoping we don't get a sell signal here on the 10, because this is really going to throw off our analysis. Because if that's the case, then we have to maybe start looking for a sell, which is fine. But it's going to switch up our analysis a bit, because then we have to wait for these other timeframes to switch over as well. All right, so we have nothing over here right now. Let's see. Daniel's asking, hi, Sean, sorry for the question, but how do you identify a double body? Yeah, no, that's a valid question. So let me show you real quick. So in order to identify the double body, Daniel, you would need the high-low indicator, because the thing is, you can not have the indicator and you can just look at double bodies, but they're not going to indicate that it's a reversal, right? You need the high-low indicator, because this is going to identify where the proper high lows are. So looking over here on the file, let me just make this bigger. So you can see over here, this would be considered double body, right? When you see a low, so we have a high here, we have a low right here, right? And this indicator that I created this algorithm to really identify the proper high lows, because the thing is, there's a lot of high lows that come up. Like for example, right here, if you didn't have my indicator, you can identify this as a low, you might identify this as a high, right? And you might identify this as a low, and it pushes back up. So it kind of throws you off a little bit. But if you do have my indicator right here, you can see that this is not even a high low, right? Because if you just look at it from your bird's eye view, like I turn off the indicator right there, you might think that this is a low, this is a high, and this is a low right here. But realistically, this isn't a high low, because it doesn't fit within my parameters. If you turn on my indicator here, you can see that there's no high low there. The high low is right here, the high, low, and the high keeps pushing up to way up here. So in order to identify the double body, like we've been identifying here, Daniel, you can see here we have a low, right? So we have a high right here, and you can see how there's a double body right there, right? The bodies are on the same level. If you can't see if they're exactly on the same level, you could get a horizontal ray tool, use a magnet tool, and then click on the body. See if the body right there lines up together, that's a double body. And then again down here, so you see how there's a double body there, price pushes up, high, low, double body. This is a reversal pattern, so price comes down from this point, right? And then again right here, see how we have a low? there's a low, these two bodies right here are on the same level. So that again right there is a double body. So that's why this indicator is very important. A lot of people try to mimic this strategy that I'm applying, but they're not able to identify the high lows properly because they don't have my indicator. So I think the indicator right here makes a huge difference with properly identifying high lows. A lot of people can try to identify high lows on their own, but I think this indicator makes like a game-changing difference. So again, right here, you can see that there's another high low at this point. It's a double body. This is a reversal pattern. You can see our price kind of goes up a little bit and it fakes out. So it comes out a little bit, retraces down, fakes out right here. But you already know that this here is a double body and this move hasn't completed yet, right? So since this move hasn't completed, it pushes way up there. So if you're able to identify this, you can see like how lucrative this entry could have been. Because if you're applying the V1 variation, your entry would have been right here. Your stop loss would have been at about 500 pips. Because this is a 5-minute time frame, so use a higher time stop loss. Your stop loss would be down there, and you can probably go for like a 3-to-1 or a 2-to-1 even for a full TP. So that's how you would identify the high lows and the double body V1 rejections. So again, right here, right? So right here again, there's a high double body. It's on the same level. You take that for a sell right there. Your stop loss would have been at the swing somewhere right there, but a little higher. I'd probably just extend it out a little further. 20 pips. This is pre-market, so market was kind of slower on this time. Let's go for a 1-to-1, or you can go for a 2-to-1. Looks like 1-to-1 would seem better. That would have been your full TP. So this strategy, the V1 variation, if you guys want to learn the strategy, or what you can do too, Daniel, is if you want to learn the specific thing that I just showed you, because I think it's better to learn the actual strategy instead of just looking for double bodies. Because if you just look for double bodies, you're probably going to get a lot of like invalid, like they're not even proper double bodies. Like for example, right here, right? There's a double body right here, but there's no high low. So if you identify this as a double body and you try to take a sell right here, you would have went straight to your stop loss, right? So I don't really recommend people try to mimic my strategies because you need my indicators to do this. But if you want to learn the strategy, Daniel, just pull up the course right here. Scroll down, go to scalp strategies. And this works on higher time frames too. It's not just the lower time frames. Go to scalp strategies and then look at the V1 variation right here. And you'll see how it's explained. Anyways, back to the charts, guys. Nothing for us to take right now. All right, we got this pending sell signal here on the 10. Again, guys, we're trying to hope that it doesn't provide the sell signal there because we're gonna have to shift our bias to a sell. I mean, it's not a huge deal, but preferably I want to stay in the bullish direction. But I mean, it looks like we might be looking for a sell here because the 1 minute's pretty far down below. Here's a clean chart. Yeah, no problem, Daniel. Yeah, it's not too difficult to get. I think it's just really properly identifying the high lows. That's why I had to create the indicator because even myself, it was hard for me to identify these high lows, right? So having this indicator right here, it makes a big difference because I would always improperly identify high lows. And the thing is, the high lows repaint, right? So like if there's a low here and price continues to drop lower and lower, the thing with this indicator is that it keeps following through. So you're not necessarily identifying high lows where they're not necessarily there. It goes into it pushes out farther to where it needs to be. All right, back to the charts over here, guys. We have a V1 variation right here on the 1 minute. Man, it's like tempting to take this for a sell because if we get a sell signal right here, so we have V1 variation, and if we get a sell signal right here, this is going to be a momentum scalp. I mean, technically it's not a momentum scalp because there's no sell signal here, but this would be considered a pivot scalp. So again, if you guys are not familiar with the strategies, let me pull it up again right here. The strategy that I'm referring to right here, it looks like a momentum scalp, but there's no momentum on these time frames. This would be considered a pivot scalp. It's another strategy. It's basically the same thing. It's just kind of different. So like right here, K2 trades, K2 1 minute pivot scalp strategy. Another strategy right there. that you guys can be applying. So I'm not going to take this trade here, but I'll follow it and I'll see where price ends up going. But this does look like it could possibly be a, and the momentum there did not close. So just got to be patient and wait for these here to confirm. We got the 5 minute over here. But right now, we currently have a V1 variation over here for a sell. So if that's the case, I mean, we might be looking for sells here. I think we might be shifting to a sell, guys, because you look over here on the 30 minute. Actually, never mind. I thought this was a V. I thought this was a double body, but it's not. So again, right here, guys, I mentioned if you guys want to confirm whether it's a double body, just put a horizontal ray right there. And you can see this red candle is not on the same level. So this here is not a V1 on the 30. Same with the 1 hour over here. It's close to it, but it's not exactly on the line. So probably no reversal yet. Let's look at the 2 hour over here. Same with the 2 hour. It's close to it, but not exactly there. So you want it to be exactly on the same price point, because when it's exactly on the same price point like that, it's indicating that price is likely to reverse because it just had a strong push to the opposite direction. This right here is kind of iffy because it's a little off by like a little bit of a pip. Let's see the 10 minute over here. Is this a double body? It's not. It's close to it, but again, it's not on it. Let's see this 5 minute right here. Is this a double body? Again, close, but not quite. 1 minute over here, double body. No, it's not. All right, so there's no confirmations here just yet. We also have news right here at 7:30, so probably a good time to just sit out of the market and wait. Let's see. All right, so we don't really have much right now. If this here closes as a red candle, this will be another double body here. So we've got news right here at 7:30. It's not time yet. Candle's going to close in a few seconds. There we go with the news candle. I'm going to go to markup news now on this candle right here. All right, there goes the news price. Clean that up. I think it's just oil. It's oil storage. It's oil news. It's not like a huge impact, but obviously it's something that we should look at. So news for that right there. Natural gas storage. So basically, if the number is lower, that's a good thing because they're selling gas. If it's higher, then it's not a good thing. Natural gas storage, let's refresh it. 84 bill. All right. So the news was somewhat positive. I don't think it's positive in a fundamental perspective, but just the news for the forecast, it is positive because they were forecasting it to be, actually, no, this is a good thing because there's less. It's negative. Sorry, my bad. So it was negative 81 bill last month. They're forecasting it to be negative 76 bill, but for this month, it's negative 84. So it's good for the economy. Looks like they're selling gas. So it's, it's making the money, it's making the world go around basically. All right. So unfortunately, we got the sell signal right here on the 10, guys. So it does not look like we're going to be able to have any momentum scalp entries or momentum scalp variation entries anytime soon. In order for us to have those entries, we have to have a buy signal. So we need a buy signal here on the 5, and we need a buy signal here on the 10. There's a pending buy signal here on the 5 right now, but in order for us to get this 10, it's going to take some time. So yeah, unfortunately, it does not look like we're going to be having any opportunity for any of our official strategies for today because it's 7:30 right now. Unless we get a buy signal on this next candle, then we have a possibility of having, an official trade. But the problem with this here is that this 10-minute candle doesn't close until 7:40. So even if we get a buy signal at 7:40, we're going to have to have another entry within the next 10 minutes after it. And I just don't see that happening. So yeah, Martha said maybe upcoming news will be the catalyst we need. Yeah, no, I think this was a catalyst right here. The news candle, like that news candle came out for oil and then price started pushing up. So this pink line right here is news candle at 7:30. And this right here started to push to the upside. So that might be the catalyst that pushes price up. There's more news that happens later on today. So looking over here at my FX book, there's more news that happens at 8:30. We have the 8-week bill auction and the 4-week bill auction, both low impact, but they do have an opportunity to, still push price one direction or the other. I think this is probably the main news event that's happening for today. Also, I think Fed Barr is still speaking. So Fed member Barr is still speaking right now. I don't know how long he's going to speak for, probably up to an hour. So this also might be a catalyst to push price around. So just, just an FYI. See, I was hoping if price was going to come down like this, it would just keep coming down. But after this sell signal came up, it just started to push up higher. It's kind of annoying because it's like, why did this sell signal have to come up? Should have just stayed where it was. There's no catalyst here. So like basically I'm looking for, I know that price is pushing up right now in the 5 and 1, but I'm still looking for it to retrace down a little bit, provide a reversal pattern, and then, continuation back to the upside. Basically what I'm looking for over here. Let's see. Maddie's asking. Let's see. Maddie said 5-minute, 10-minute rejection hit. 1-minute pivot rejection also hit. But too close to news. Watching the high low. Okay, so let's go to the multiple time frames here again. Let's see if there's anything here that we can pull apart from the time frames to see if there's anything that we can identify. Any hints of any possible direction or price. So I'm looking over here. There's a possible double body here that's currently pending here on the 2-hour. All right, so the 2-hour here is pending for a double body rejection on the top side. That's going to be a reversal pattern to the downside. This has an hour and 30 still left on it, so it has a lot of time. The 1 hour too. So the 1 hour and the 2-hour right here, they still have a lot of time on it. The 1 hour here has 30 minutes left. If this here closes with a double body, this is going to be a reversal pattern to the downside. So, we might be having a swing to the downside if that's the case. See, Maddie said if it closes above, we should be good, but the sessions will be over by then. Yeah, exactly. It's going to be too late in the session. All right, we got the buy signal over here on the 5. So this might be a correction back to the upside. This might be what we were looking for. The only problem here is that we don't have a buy signal here on the 10. So this sell signal over here kind of screwed us over a little bit because now we need a buy signal in order for us to take buys at this point, right? We don't have that buy signal yet. We have the buy signal here on the 5 and we have a buy signal here on the 1. So we're obviously looking for a buy here. But the main problem is that here on the 10-minute, we don't have that buy signal anymore. So this is the downside. There's just nothing for us to act on here. It's one of those days. I was hoping, it's still, so to keep in mind, guys, this is NFP week. So NFP is usually going to be kind of tricky. I think overall the week's been good for us though. It hasn't been like horrible. We took a couple of trades this week so far. So let me just scroll over real quick. So I just want to see how many official trades we had this week. So we had one official trade on the 7th. This hit full TP. We also had, I think, 2 trades on Monday. So the market hasn't been like super consistent yet, but it's been a lot better than last month. So on Monday, we had 2 trades here hit full TP. We had 1 trade on the 7th, and I was hoping we get another one today, but there were trades that came up, but they just didn't meet our criteria because it was at the red flags. All right, let's see. So let's see. I think Zach over here sent me some more profits. Nice. So Zach said he placed a sell order that hit, and he's definitely done. So for today, Zach is currently up 6,027 for the day. Nice consistency. So if you guys see Zach's profits over here, I mean, I don't want to show you Zach's older profits, but Zach was definitely not consistent like the past couple months. So he made a huge, like basically a full 180 from how he was trading before, and now he's very consistent. So today he made 6,000. Yesterday he made 5,000. The day before that he made 6,000. And then if you look back even further, I mean, the days before that he made even more, right? 1,000, 6,000, 8,000. Days before that, 4,000. So he's been on a winning streak because he's just been sticking to his trading plan pretty much day in, day out. And that's really what a lot of people have to do. So great work right there, Zach. Keep it up. I mean, just stick to your game plan. Don't change things up. Let's see. Kenny said, hey, Sean, I was watching some TikTok videos on Instagram. I saw a video showing a product that gives you 2 extra screens on your laptop. Yeah, no, I've seen that before, Kenny. Kevin actually uses that as well. So Kevin sent me the one that he uses. I'm not really planning on traveling too much in the near future, so I'm not getting it yet, but I think eventually I'll probably get that. The only problem with that is that the screens are so small. So I like having big screens. So that's the main downside too. I've seen them. There's a whole bunch of them on Amazon. They're like 13 inches though, so they're super small. I have one mobile screen with me, which is like 17 inches, so it's pretty decent size. It's just the brightness sucks on it. That's usually what I use when I travel. So yeah, no, thanks for the heads up, Kenny. Cern's profits over here. He's currently at 1,047 for the day, all wins. Nice work, Cern. Yeah, great work right here. Straight profits. Let's see. Zach. So Zach's, this is a different Zach. Zachary's asking, hey, Sean, I have a couple questions. I'm doing my taxes. FTM will send you a 1099. With regard to the payouts. Also, my accountant sent me this article asking me to define whether I'm a dealer or a trader. Yeah, sure. I'll answer your question a little later, Zach. I don't really want to answer any tax questions on here on the live because I'm not a tax accountant, so I don't want to like throw myself out there but so I don't know if you're on here right now, Zach, but quick answer to your question for the first part is that no, they don't send you a 1099. You have to classify the profits yourself, and they're classified as self-employment income. And second part of your question, whether you're a dealer or a trader, you're neither. You're providing a service to like analyze the charts. That's why you trade on a demo account. Because if you're trading on a real account, then yeah, you'd have to have tax implications applied on you, but you're not trading on a real account. If you trade with FTMO, you guys will see that they purposely put you on a demo account because for one, they don't want you to blow their actual money. And then for two, it's for tax purposes as well, because you're not taxed at the capital gains rate because you're not necessarily trading a real account. You're basically trading a demo account and you're showing your skills of trading, and they're copying it onto their account. So when they copy it onto their account, they're the ones that get taxed the capital gains, not you. And your payouts are not going to be equal to like what you're making. Like for example, over here, guys, like I'm making about like, 830 off this trade. My payout here, I get 80% of the cut, right? So if like the IRS was going to go back and say, okay, you made this much on this trade, and then they want to have a paper trail as to how much you get paid out, it's not going to align because they're going to tax you. FTMO is going to tax you, and they're also going to, well, not they're not going to tax you, but they're going to take their percentage, and then they're also going to take a little cut for the wiring fee. So yeah, there's I'll explain to you a little later, Zachary. I don't know if you're on here right now, but I will message you after this live session. All right, let's see some profits over here from Fern. Nice work, Fern. I haven't seen you here in a while, so good to see you back here in the group. So we said lots of slippage, had grinded out, total profit of 1,950. Nice recovery right there, Fern. From those losses, looks like you had a couple losses earlier, but you bounced right back. So great work right there. Nice. Yeah, Tariq said he's been funded a couple of times, have another account as well. Just wanted to show his gratitude. Yeah, no, definitely, Tariq. Yeah, so Tariq over here, here's his last payout, 16,317. Nice work, bro. Nice. Yeah, great work, guys. Yeah, I think I might have seen you on the leaderboard, Tariq. I know they change the leaderboard pretty often, but I think I did see you on there. Yeah, so Tariq over here, 16,317 for January. So nice work, guys. Other than that, it's getting close to 8. If you guys have any questions, feel free to put your questions in the chat. I just don't see anything happening right now. We don't have that buy signal here on the 10. That's the main thing we're looking for here, because we do have a bullish bias, but we don't have the buy signal here on the 10. So that's going to be one of the issues for us to encounter for the time being. We also have a double body right here on the 1 minute. So price might be coming down a little bit. Yeah, there's no I was looking for a V1 variation down here, because if we got a V1 variation and then we had a momentum scalp failure, I would have possibly had taken the trade. But since we don't have that here, I don't think it's a very safe trade to take at all. It's just not in a good area right now where it's currently at. Yeah, Maddie said boring day. 100%, Maddie. Super boring day right now. Yeah, there's just, looking over here on the 1 minute, guys, there's not really much going on. You can see that price is just ranging sideways. So it's not even a good area to be trading if you wanted to. So there goes a range right there on the 1 minute. There's like literally nothing going on right here. Yeah, Madhu said no entries for me. Tomorrow will be better. Thanks, Sean. Definitely, Madhu. So yeah, if you guys want to call it a day today, you guys can see here on the 1 minute, there's like literally no movement going on. We have 15 minutes till 8, so I don't really expect too much to happen from now until then. Just measuring the price range right now. Price isn't even moving 300 pips. It's barely moving like 200 pips. So it looks like volatility here pretty much died down completely. There's not really much to take away from here. Market might start moving past 8. So this is the cutoff for our trading session, 8 o'clock. We got about less than 15 minutes until then. So we'll keep looking for any possible entries here, guys, but just keep in mind, there's no need to force any trades. The other thing that you guys need to remember is that you don't have to trade every single day, right? Like for today, I took 1 trade, but that's pretty much it. I'm not looking to force anything. It's better to have maybe 5 trades for an entire week, but them all being all wins, versus having, 20 trades and then having 20 losses, and then you end up in the negative for the end of the week. So I'm still going to be on here looking for entries, but I just don't see anything happening here. We have a current buy signal here that's pending on the 10. This is what we've been looking for. But even so, even if we were to get this buy signal here, I don't think there's enough time for us to have any entries. And you can see here that there's just no movement. It's not really worth. I'll just draw this down here. So if you guys look at this range here, this range actually makes a lot of sense because price came above it right here, faked out, came back below, came back above it right here. So this looks like a pretty strong resistance at where it's currently at. Yeah, Maddie said early lunch break for market makers. This high-low is playing. Yeah, Madhu mentioned that the SR resistance line is right above price currently. Yeah, it's not a good area to trade in. Let me check to see if there's any SR rejection scalps around this area. I mean, yeah, technically there is, but all right, let me just clean this up a little bit. Just want to get this stuff out of the way. I forgot what their criteria is for the SR rejection scalp. And I don't even know where it's at. I really got to clean this up. I think for sure this week, guys, I'm gonna have to clean this up. I got too many strategies here. I got to just rename them so that they're easier to find because I can't even find this one strategy. Oh, there we go. The SR rejection. I was looking for right here. I think this is an entry right here for the SR rejection. I missed it, but it's all good. Yeah, I went to full TP too. This strategy right here is it's good for sideways market. So you can see right here how I drew a sideways market. That's why I decided to look for the SR rejection scalp. It was right here on this candle. So right here for a buy, confirm trading the direction of the trend using the trend meter and pivots. You can see over here on the 1 minute, 5 and 10 price is obviously bearish. So we had an overall bullish trend there. Identify bottom wick rejection off the SR zone. There's an SR zone right here. Wick rejection. It was a moderate red green candle. So green candle with a small wick on top, big body or decently sized body. And then you're confirming that you're trading the direction of the momentum. We had a buy signal here, a moderate green candle right there, rejection off the structure. That would have been the full TP right there for that specific move. It's all good though. You know, this type of market is not necessarily the best market to trade in. So again, guys, when the market's going sideways, this is the strategy we typically apply. So if we go into the summer and the market starts to move very slow and sideways, this is the strategy that we're going to be looking to be applying. Again, guys, if you guys want access to these strategies, go on the website, kodikaitrades.com. Again, that's kodikaitrades.com. Click on unlock your free access, and I'll show you where you can find it on the course. You scroll down over here to the scalping strategies. Or sorry, not scalping strategies. It is right here, KT Trades SR rejection scalp strategy. It's in its own module. Right there, if you click on this right here, it'll take you to the video. And the video over here explains, I don't have an actual video for it, but there's a mentoring session here where I explained it in detail. So this was a strategy that we were applying a lot last summer. So you can see right here, it was on August 10th, streamed about 6 months ago. So there's a lot of good videos out there, guys. If you guys want to watch the videos, I have like so many. I mean, if you look at my videos on YouTube, I have like over 1,000, almost over 2,000 videos because I've been trading live every day for like the past five years now. So we got a ton of videos there for you guys to review. Here we go, as price comes back down. There's no V1s anywhere. Yeah, Christian said done for the day. Happy with his profits. Have a good one, guys. Definitely, Christian. We'll see you back here tomorrow. It's getting close to 8, guys. So there's not really much for us to take. There's no buy signal that closed here on the 10. So it does not look like we're going to have any entries for momentum scalp or momentum scalp variation. The only thing that we could possibly have here would be a momentum scalp failure, which should be this one right here, but it's not one that I would personally be looking to take because it doesn't meet my criteria. If I had a reversal pattern on the bottom, then maybe I'd take it, but from where it's currently at right now, I don't see anything. There's no reversal patterns here on the lows. So there's a low over here, no V1, low over here, no V1. I mean, if this candle here closes with a green candle, this would probably be a V1, right? So that would be one that might be pushing to the upside. So correction back up. This candle has about 30 seconds left on it. So we'll see if this here ends up closing. If not, then I think we'll be wrapping it up for the day, guys. It's not looking to follow into any moves right now. Actually, there's no V1 there because the low just established a bit lower. And it's touching the sessions right here. So, all right, guys, if you guys have any other questions, feel free to put them in the chat. I'll just be waiting to see how these next couple candles close. If there's nothing here that looks worthwhile, then obviously nothing for us to take here. I mean, I'm probably not going to take anything here. This is a momentum scalp failure. I just want to draw it up for you guys, but there's no V1 variations here indicating a reversal to the upside. So it's not really a good area to be trading in right now to begin with. If this here closes as a strong green candle, this will technically be a V2 variation. So a V2 variation is if you have a bullish trend, you have price coming down right here. This is a low with a red candle. And if it's followed with a strong green candle, meaning a green candle with little to no wick on the top side, then it would be considered a V2. So there would literally have to be no wick on this candle right here. There's a wick right there, obviously. So it's not going to meet criteria, and it's not going to be considered a V2 entry. Yeah, there's nothing there. One second, guys. All right, cool. Yeah, Maddie said he's out for the day. Dijon said did get back with a win off the double body. So Dijon over here saw double body earlier, took the buy, total profit of 330 for the day. Nice work, Dijon. Yeah, that's solid. I just don't see anything else over here. Here's price as it pushes back up from where it's currently at, but it's just not a good area for you to really be looking for trades. Let me look on the higher time frames. Yeah, there's just no confluences here for anything. Like the 2 and 1 hour over here, it's still like possibly a V1 variation to the opposite direction. So it's probably not a good time to look for any buys yet. This candle here has about 4 minutes left on it, and it's like literally on the dot. So depending on where it closes, if it closes below as a red candle, then price is likely to possibly drop further. If it closes above, then there's just uncertainty there. We have a pending invalid buy signal here on the 10. So not really much here to look at. Yeah, there's just nothing here at all. So yeah, guys, I'm not in this position, I'm just going to delete this. I don't want you guys to think I'm in it. That was a V1 variation that we marked up, but it didn't really meet criteria because there's no V1 variation below it. If I saw a double body below it, so say for example, I saw a double body below here, and then I saw a V1 variation, then I would have possibly taken that for a buy. But I mean, I personally don't take the V1 variation to begin with. I usually wait for a momentum scalp failure or anything else like that. Well, we just didn't have that. So, all right, looking at this over here, as you guys can see on the 1 hour, if this here closes right here, it's going to be a V1 variation. So if you get that V1 variation, this is probably going to indicate that price is likely to drop further from where it's currently at. Yeah, price is starting to drop right here. I don't recommend chasing this though, because this can easily just swing right back up when you least expect it. So we'll see where this goes. Price is still dropping right there. So this might be a double body right here. This might be a reversal pattern back to the upside. It's got like 40 seconds left on it. All right, guys. So price is just going back and forth. You guys can see over here on the clean chart, there's just nothing for us to take right here. It's like literally back at opening price. So if you guys have any other questions, feel free to put them in the chat. Otherwise, I'm just going to get offline because I don't want to get any FOMO from this. And I don't want you guys to get any FOMO from this either, because I could already see people thinking to hop into these sells and just chasing it down. And that can end really badly. Or I can see people looking to take a buy here because you can see the double body rejection. But again, at this point, I still don't think this is a good time to enter. So right here, this would be a V1 variation. If you were to take this as a standalone entry, you take that for 100 pips. I'm not going to take it. I'll just mark it up for you guys right there. It's probably going to hit TP, but it's not a risk that I'm willing to take because the higher time frames over here are indicating differently, right? So like this 1 hour over here is kind of indicating a sell. So that's kind of risky. And just these over here, this just looks a little weird across the board, right? We have a wick rejection over here on the 5, wick rejection here on the 10, but it's not a strong wick rejection. So yeah, and it did hit TP right there. So if you guys take the V1 variation, that'd be the V1 variation entry right there on that point. Let's see, question from Glenn. Glenn's asking, is it going to be a V1 if the candle has wicks on both sides, or does it need to be a solid candle? So I think I should point you towards a strategy, Glenn. So like, this is exactly what I was just mentioning earlier. Like, that's not even any of the criteria for that specific strategy. So I recommend you go back to the course or the YouTube or anything like that and watch the video to explain it. But the wicks don't matter for that specific strategy, right? If you're looking for a double wick rejection, then yeah, they matter. But it wouldn't matter whether it's on the top or the bottom, because if you're looking for a low, you're looking for a double wick on the bottom, right? It doesn't matter if there's anything on the top. So for these V1 variations, I'll put up the criteria right here, Glenn, so that you can see it. But I recommend you go and watch the actual video, because the video explains to you how everything is applied. And there are examples there as well. That's the only way that you'll learn, right? You'll learn by like actual practice, not necessarily from me telling you exactly what to do, because if I just tell you what to do, you're not going to actually understand it. So I just want to point you towards the strategy video. Again, if you, I don't know if you have access to the free intro course or anything like that, but if you pull it up over here, let me see if I can grab it real quick. Okay, so you pull it up right here. Just scroll down to the scalp strategies, and it's going to be right here under the V1 variation. Click on that right there. You click on that right there, and it'll take you directly to the video explaining how it's applied. So this will take you to the strategy video, and then I explain it pretty much in detail right here. The wicks on the bottom and top don't matter. It just depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for a double body, then the wicks don't matter at all. Like for example, right here, there's a wick on top and wick on bottom, has no relevance. You're looking for the body to be leveling on the same level. And it doesn't need to be a solid candle. If you're applying the V2 variation, then you would need a solid candle. So that's the difference. I think that's where you're getting confused with, because you're confusing the V1 variation with the V2. The V2 is where you need a strong candle in the opposite direction. And again, if you go on the course, Glenn, that's also available to you there too. So if you go to the course, if you go to the course over here, you can learn all of them. You can learn the V1 variation, you can learn the V2. But that's where you'll get the example. So there's a V1 here, V2, and V3. They're all very similar, but you're looking for a different reversal pattern. There are 3 different reversal patterns that you can look at, and they're all very accurate. So, all right, guys, it's 8:01. That's it for the trading session. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. Otherwise, I'm just not going to trade for the rest of the day. I recommend you guys don't trade either. It's just not worth the risk. So, all right, guys, have a great rest of your day, and I will see you guys back here tomorrow for the next live session as we close out the trading week.